everyone. Today we will learn fluoric acid. So the fluoric acid is also called as an hydrofluoric acid and the formula is HF. The hydrogen belongs to the row 1 column 1 and fluorine belongs to the row 2 column 17. So as the element fluorine, it is said that it is highly reactive element of the periodic table. This highly reactivity is going to be seen in the patient in the form of high activity. They are highly ambitious, they are very much hard workers, they are highly intellectual, they always wants to attain their particular goal, and for that they will do much and much hard work as well, and they will also get the success in them in their work. So along with this, they are also very much social, very friendly nature, and always desires company of the friends. So like that, initially they are very social in the nature, but as we are knowing, the fluorine is highly reactive. So even the two fluorine atoms, when they are combining with each other by a non-polar covalent bond, at that time the electronegativity plays the role. What is electronegativity? That each and every atom is having the valence shell in which the electrons are present, and with the help of by attracting or by giving the electrons from their valency, they get stability. So the fluorine is it is said that it is highly electronegative element because it when it combines with another fluorine atom or with any other element, they are not even forming a stable bond. It breaks up easily. So let's say in the two fluorine atoms, when they are combining and forming a fluorine compound, at that time also the bond which is formed, that is non-polar covalent bond, that is also very small. And as these both are highly electronegative, because the valence electrons which are present in both the valence shells of the fluorine atoms, they will repel each other. They will because negative will repel each other. So due to that, this bond will break up easily. So whatever they have got the success in their work, even though they are not satisfied with their own success and own work, because फ्लोरीन भी एक साथ नहीं रह सकते, तो अपने लिए जो हमने काम किया है, उन्होंने फ्लोरीन ने जो काम किया है, that is also dissatisfied. So I want more and more, and for that I also want the enjoyment. So I will involve for different sexual contexts as well. That is a condition of the fluorine, for enjoyment. So at that time they will initially will be having the thoughts only that how there will be the sexual context and what is the flirting, that thoughts will be there, but later these thoughts are converted into the action, and this is how the syphilitic miasm flare up, when the thoughts are converted into action. So after this, as we see in the fluoric acid, that is H and F, means hydrogen and fluorine are bind by with the help of a hydrogen bond. So at that time this bond is also very unstable. So these the relationships which the fluorine makes with another element, means which makes with other person, that is also unstable. वो लोग कभी भी किसी एक पर्सन के साथ रिलेशन में कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होते. सो दैट relations are also breaking easily, like that of the bond that breaks also easily. So this hydrogen bond which is present between the H and the F, it also breaks easily because the fluorine is highly electronegative. So the electrons will spend more time with the fluorine. So fluorine will get partial negative charge and hydrogen will get partial positive charge. So because of that, this bond breaks easily. So they are continuously changing their relation from one to another. एक relation था, break हुआ, दूसरा relation. That is also called as an buoyancy in them. That is a feature of fluoric acid. So after that, because of the regular sexual contacts with different persons, they will develop the different diseases of sexual transmitted infections like syphilis, gonorrhea, like the different diseases are going to be developed in them. So that is how the personality of fluoric acid is. And we are also saying that the fluoric acid is the weakest acid of all the acids, and it is because the ionic dissociation power of this acid is very low. means when it is mixed with the water, this hydrofluoric acid will not able to dissociate into the separate ions of H plus and F minus. Means अगर हम लोग उसको पानी में डालते हैं तो वो easily separate out in the form of ions नहीं हो पाता. So it indicates that the dissociation power is low, so it is a weakest acid. But even though weakest, it is very dangerous, that when it is entering into the body, it immediately gets separate into the H plus and F minus ions. And this H plus ion is concerned with the acid, so it gives the exhaustion and related to the symptoms of burning. So the person, now we have seen syphilitic miasm has flared up. So after that a stage is coming because of so much so regular sexual contacts, different type of indulgences in the these type of contacts, and because of so much so working, and as they are not satisfied with their own work, because of this so much so activities, finally a stage is coming where there is an exhaustion. That is a second stage of acid. Initially there was so much so working, now there is so much so exhaustion in them. So there will be very much exhaustion, prostration. Initially they were having the erection with followed by the emission, but now there is a condition where without erection also they are having the involuntary emission. So much so weakness of the organs have developed now. That is according to the Kant, they have said. So this is the second stage. And now, as I have told, that when the hydrofluoric acid enters into our body, the hydrogen and the fluorine separate out. So this was the function of the hydrogen related to the exhaustion. The fluorine part, the fluorine ion immediately enters into the tissue, and the calcium and the magnesium which is present in the tissues like that of the heart, liver, kidneys, on the muscles, that is going to become useless by the action of the fluorine. Means the fluorine makes them useless for our body. Now that calcium and magnesium are not getting used by the body, and that develops the symptoms related to the bones, related to the teeth. That is caries, necrosis in the bones, ulcers on the tibia, you can say lacrimal fistula, or there is a fistula also present in the teeth. Easily decay of the teeth is present, and even as the syphilitic miasm is present now, so more and more destructive symptoms like the alopecia and that type of destructive pathologies are also seen in them. So this is how the fluoric acid acts in the body.